So as an athlete, how do we actually keep strength training in the program and consistently without fatiguing or building up too much residual fatigue whilst you're trying to play games? But what we're going to talk about today is how we can increase the load lifted, but we're aiming to reduce the range of motion. And that reduction in range of motion will allow you to have a far better recovery curve and not elicit as much residual fatigue so you're ready to go for the game. So if we look at a standard squat that Geordie's going to demo here, we can see as those hamstrings touch the calves, we're building a lot of range, a lot of work done, a lot of residual fatigue that's going to accumulate with more and more reps, more and more load. And there's two aspects to this that we want to identify. It's one, range of motion, which is the sheer lengthening and contracting of the muscle. The other part is the eccentric load. So as Geordie goes down, there is a long time under tension of that eccentric loading, or that time where the muscles are lengthening and therefore higher chance of getting damaged. So the first option you can see here is a nice simple box squat. Now, with Geordie heading down, you can start to see the tempo is still very similar. The load will actually end up going up significantly because he doesn't have the same work to do. But because of the reduced range of motion, one, they don't have as long of an eccentric component. Two, you'll notice there's none of that elastic bounce at the bottom that can often create a real tension on both tendons and that stretch reflex within the muscle as well. So we just spoke about two major options that we can do. One is reducing the range of motion that we saw with the box squat. The other one is actually trying to eliminate that eccentric portion of the lift. So with a normal trap bar deadlift, we can see Dion here going up and down nice and smoothly, nice steady eccentric load as he's lowering the trap bar dead. But what we can do is we can vary it. So we can get him to eliminate that eccentric by dropping the bar. So on the way down, drops, resets, goes again. This is a great way for an athlete to be able to reset and make sure that they're not experiencing a lot of eccentric load.